Brushes, sponges, eyelashes, foundation, and everything that it takes to look like $1,000,000 can end up costing a lot. Good thing our next guest has a few tricks and dupes to help us look glam on a budget. Professional makeup artist Yesenia Caro is here, also known as Viva la Yesi, and is here to share her take on affordable products that can look expensive. Welcome to the show, Yesi.
Hi, Desiree. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you in the studio. We've had you do my makeup before,
Yes.
and I'm excited to talk about being able to achieve a makeup look that's more affordable. So you normally use makeup for all occasions, typically using expensive products.
Yes,
Yes.
for clients.
So how are we able to do that with products that are a little bit more affordable that we can find at the drugstore?
So when looking for makeup specifically at a drugstore, it's very important to know the type of coverage that you want. So here we go more into likings. What's something that you prefer for yourself? If you're somebody that wants more of a sheer coverage, then you would want to make sure you read your labels and read either BB cream, light coverage. If you want something for a more fuller coverage, you want those products that state long or like heavy coverage, longer lasting, all that stuff. Also, what type of skin do you have? Are you somebody that is very oily? Are you somebody that has very dry skin? For foundation, if we go towards foundation right there, we have the Fit Me, and we also have the Infallible. So those are meant to be for matte finish. If you're somebody very oily and desire a matte finish, those are really good coverage.
Okay, that's good to know and really helpful in making sure that we find the right products.
Yes.
And how can finding the right shade be difficult? What do you suggest in finding the correct foundation? You mentioned right now for oily skin, what would you say maybe for dewy skin?
So for dewy skin, we would want product that says it gives you a glowy finish, it adds shine. Sometimes also our setting sprays or hydrating sprays give a glow or give you a satin finish. Now, shade-wise, it's very hard because in a drugstore, they don't have testers.
Right.
So we can't try our shades. So it's very hard to pick the right one. The right placement to try your foundation would be in your neck area.
Okay.
That's where you would make sure that if it blends in your neck, that's the right shade for you, because our face tends to be sometimes lighter than our body, and what we want to do is balance. So if your foundation is light or if it's too dark, don't throw it away. Majority of the time, they won't let you return it or give you your money back. So buy the same brand, either lighter shade or darker shade, and mix it until you could mix it in your neck area to get your money's worth. And it's still cheaper than buying a higher end foundation.
That's good to know. I never knew about mixing it into the neck to get the right match. Yeah. Okay. So, and we have to mention, you did your complete makeup look.
Yes.
With drugstore brand products. So I kind of want to walk through just the different items that you use. Let's start off with your eyeshadow, because the eyes, it just like grabs my attention. It looks so nice.
So for my eyeshadow, I opted for a very natural look, something that you could do day to day. We don't want to overwhelm anybody with too much color. So for this instance, I did use the e.l.f. quads, and I used this one specifically in the color, or actually the palette name is Berry Bad, because it's all little mauve tones, and these shimmers are very pigmented. So a good dupe for this it was the e.l.f. palette, and the original one would be the NARS palette. So it's the same shades, but this is close to $50, and you're paying $3 for those e.l.f. quads.
Ooh, and I want to mention, so your foundation, it looks really great. I mean, with these studio lights, it's easy to catch shine. So tell us what you use to kind of make it have that flawless finish.
So for everything starts with skin prepping. So make sure you always moisturize your skin. So our moisturizer is on that end. That one, I also use it on my clients. So it's good and it's very affordable. Moisturizers are just meant to hydrate your skin.
Oh, good to know.
After a moisturizer, we have a primer. A primer is very important because that's what makes your makeup last all day. Either high-end or drugstore, you always need a primer. So a high-end one would be your Smashbox, but the one I used is the NYX Marshmallow, the pink one, and it smells really fruity. It's good for oily and dry skin. So that's one I highly recommend, and I love using it on myself.
And we only have about 10 seconds, but I want to ask, what lipstick did you use as well?
So for my lipstick, I did use the Wet n Wild, and it would be this one right here, and it's in the shade Berry recognized. So we use a lot of berry tones today.
For the summertime. I love all the options that we have. She also used these great lashes as well too. A lot of options and drugstore brands. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information.
Yes.
Yessie, thank you so much. For more makeup tricks, dupes, and classes, follow Yessie on Instagram at Viva La Yessie.